Okay, so today we're gonna be going over the top 10 reasons you should always have a gun. And I think you should always have a gun no matter what, but these are some of the reasons you should always have one. Reason number one, people are crazy. You look on the internet every single day and you just see random people just doing the craziest stuff just because they want to do it out of nowhere. You know, I don't know what I can and can't say on YouTube that'll make the video get took down, but you're not dumb. You know what I'm talking about. Like people are just doing crazy. A camera's not gonna stop somebody from hurting you if they really want to. So people are crazy. There's always somebody out here with nothing to lose, so they don't care about you. Number two, it's better to always have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You know, even if you don't believe in guns, I think you should always at least have one because you never know. Let's say if somebody breaks in your house, you gonna protect yourself with a knife. I'm not saying you can't win, but if they're breaking in houses, they're probably a criminal. They probably have a gun. They probably don't want to go to jail. They're most likely willing to kill you to not go to jail. And when I say just have a gun, it's really any type of gun. It's not no specific type of gun. You can get a handgun, a shotgun, a rifle, anything. Just have something because it's always better to have it and never need it your whole life than need it this one time and you don't have it. Thing two, like I said, it relates to the last point. Bad people have them. In every state, criminals aren't gonna follow the law. That's why they're criminals. Like in New York, you probably can look on Twitter right now and see a shooting happening in New York. Nobody in New York is supposed to have a gun at all. Not even, you know, if you're a civilian. There's no I don't think there's no such thing as a self-defense case when it comes to guns in New York because you shouldn't have had it in the first place. I think reason four, to give yourself a chance. People are insane, and if you really want a fighting chance, if something does, God forbid, but if something does happen, to at least give yourself a chance of coming out on top of the situation due to you having a firearm on you. Number five, it's not so much of a financial thing. You can find a good defense gun for cheap, maybe $200, maybe $100. You don't need the most spectacular gun with the best options, you know, the newest gun. You need something. And number six, they're extremely easy to use. And once you get more comfortable with it, it'll become more easier. So it's not something that you just have to take years and years to learn how to use. You can take your firearm to the range, any local range, and they have people there to instruct you on how to use your firearms. It's not rocket science. Number seven, to protect your family. You don't want someone to break in your house and you have nothing to defend your family. You know, two men break into your house and they have knives. You know, if you have a shotgun, who do you think's realistically gonna win? But if they break in your house and they have knives and you have knives, the odds are starting to stretch to protect yourself and your family. Let me see. I wrote notes down just so I wouldn't forget. And just someone that would do something to you, them witnessing that you have a gun and that you could unalive them will make them not do what they were gonna do. Let's say you're just walking down the street and a group of three people they were gonna jump you or do something to you. One of them witnessing that you have a gun, they're gonna say, "Hey, let's not do this to this person." They could end up unaliving us, and nothing will happen to us. Well, nothing will happen to them for doing it because they had the right of because of what we were doing. So, just it takes you. I'm not gonna say it completely takes you out of it because people will still try stuff knowing you have a gun, knowing that you can unalive them. But it lowers your chances a lot by a criminal seeing you have a gun, and they say, okay, I'll pick somebody else. Okay, let's see. Number 9, you could save somebody else's life. You know, if you see a criminal about to do something and harm people, like there's a lot of there was just a shooting that happened not too long ago at some beach. You know, let's say a civilian had a gun on them, and I think I seen an old man take a gun from one of the shooters. You know, if he had a gun on him, he could have unalived that man, which would have saved so many more people. Instead of chancing his life and the people near his life, chancing their life, trying to wrestle away a gun, that is extremely dangerous. You know, so you can just have it. It could just save somebody else, you know? And the last and final part, everybody has them. You know, there were, especially in a lot of these states where the gun laws are extremely loose, it's most likely going to be a rare occasion where you run into somebody, criminal or not criminal, that doesn't have a gun. So, in a lot of these bigger states, if you don't have a gun, you're automatically put at a disadvantage because the law allows everyone to have a gun. And you know, when some people get a gun, they mind get wild. So I think it's always better to have it than not have it. And those are 10 reasons you should always have a gun. You know, if y'all feel like I missed something or there was something else I could have added, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.